Hi guys, welcome back to the Garden Novice. One of the other winter jobs that I like to do is turn my compost. So this middle bay is garden compost, no animal manure. It's sunken right down, so I think it's time to be turned. And I'm going to turn that one into this end bay, and then that'll leave me that one free to fill up with some animal manure. So let's get on with it. Put the gates over there. It's a cardboard can mix in with that. The top half here you can see it's just not long been put on. It's old lettuce that I've emptied in my beds. So in here I've got a mixture of greens and browns, leaves, cardboard, fruit, right, let's get this emptied and then we'll find something else to do before it starts getting too dark about 3 o'clock. Yes, if only everything was as quick as that. So that's rotting down nicely, that. So that stuff on the top there was on the bottom, obviously. That's rotting down nice. So another 2 or 3 months, maybe February time, maybe I'll riddle that and make some nice garden compost to cover me beds ready for planting in the spring for the vegetables. Right, so let's get these gates back on. That's it. But what I would highly recommend is investing in a manure fork. I got this last year, made by a bulldog, and I can't remember how much it was. I think about £30, I think. But it's nice thin tines, nice long tines, and it goes into the manure nice and easy and lifts up. And it's great for separating it when you're spreading or when you're turning your heap like this. So yeah, manure fork won't come in wrong on your allotment. Right, let's get this cardboard in there, just out the way. I still cover it up with the cardboard even though I've turned it. Just to encourage it to warm up. I haven't took the tapes off this cardboard, so I'm not going to tear it up to mix it with it yet. So that's it. So now I've got this bay empty, ready for some animal manure, which I'll fill with some horse manure if I can get some. This one is full of cow manure, so that's about getting onto a year old. So hopefully that'll be rotted down nicely by the time I come to use that. So let's crack on with something else. Right, let's have a little walk down the garden just to see anything to do down here. I don't think there is today down here to do. You can see all this here. I've manured all this. That'll break down nicely for the spring. There's my new path I made the other day. It's looking well. The next job I need to do down here is position the IBC so I can collect the water off the tunnel like it was before. So I have to get a new gutter in. Pull this gutter off and we extend it into the tunnel. But this stuff here was RV gutter in, and I'll do a video when I'm going to replace this because it's really good for polytunnels. Just sticks on and then it collects the rainwater, no problem. To be honest, IBC is so filled up in no time with this tunnel. This pond, I'm not sure what to do with this. I might get it emptied and relocate it. I thought it might have attracted a few frogs and things, but maybe it will in the spring. Or whenever they come out of hibernation. But I might move it further down. Let's have a little wander down. These here me fruit bushes. Blueberry, and tayberry, loganberry. I think there's a gooseberry in there. I think that's the gooseberry at the end. Well, this is manure at this side. Right, this end bit here, what I'm thinking of doing, I was looking the other day, I've got 4 fruit trees at the bottom. 2 Morello cherry and 2 conference pear. I bought them from Tesco's last year. They were 2 for £12. So I got 2 of each. I put them in 30 litre buckets and they've come on really well, so this year I'm hoping to get a bit of fruit. So I think about putting them in the ground down here, but I'm going to espalier them so they don't go tall like these ones have. That's a plum tree, that one. So I have pruned it, if that's what you can call it. I'll call it butchering it if I've done it right. But I did do it in the summer when I'm supposed to, so it should be alright. Behind that is a dessert pear, so I'll trim that back so it's tidy before it starts to bud up. So yeah, I'm going to do some espalier and have a go at that along here. I've done no more down here, guys. Next job down here is to make a bit of a fence out them pallets and then get some raised beds. So I'll get to that. And the asparagus is asleep now. I'm looking forward to next year because next year is the year I can harvest. I've been patient. It'll be his 3rd year next year, so I'll get some harvest of it next year. I've manured all that, so the ground's been well fed. I think the kale's just about finished. Kohlrabi's come on nice. I'll have to get some kohlrabi off them. There's a couple ready, I think. This bed here I had lettuce in, so I've lifted that up, so that was finished. So what I'll do, I'll top this off with some of that garden compost that I've just been transferring in the spring. Beetroot, I might pull some beetroot today because it's getting just need to be pulled now. that end bed is turnips or swede, and I think there's a couple of them ready as well. And down here is the all year round collie. I don't know how they're doing. Doing alright actually. No heads on them yet, but I've got a head on one in the polytunnel. It's just cabbage. Maybe overwintering onions that I grew from seed. Pleased with them. Hopefully they'll be ready for harvest about June next year. Go in the tunnel, see what we can do in the tunnel. Right, it's kind of warm in here. 16 degrees. What should I do in here? What I might do, Ian from our allotment journey, he said I could have half of these brassicas, so I might get half a dozen of each of them and put them in one of these beds. Maybe that end bed, I think. Yeah, I'll do that. And also, last week I did a video of spraying the algae on the inside of this polytunnel, and I used a product called Polytex Pro. And I'll just spin this around a little bit. So I want a wand rather than me gimbal, and I don't know whether I'm pleased with it or not. It's turned to a light green, but it hasn't cleared the polycarbonate, so it looks like I might have to wash that off with soapy water. So I think this product is just to kill the algae, not to clean the polycarbonate, which I can live with that. Right, let's get these calibres in this bed here, and I'll put some all year round collie in that bed on behind me. Both new beds. I'll put a little further apart than that, I think. Surprising how slow things grow in the winter. A decent root ball on them. These containers, I put these up in, aren't as good as my Charles Dowden ones. Charles Dowden ones are just pop straight out. These, yeah, I can use them again, these, but not good. That's that done. Let me plant it up. Two, 4, 6, 8. Might be a bit ambitious, but maybe 6 might have done. We'll try them. Drop them in. Nice and firm. Brassica's always got to go in firm. Right, that's the Calabrese in that bed, and then this bed, done 4 all year round collies, and then fill the space up with 3 more Calabrese. Right, another job I would like to do, get my gloves on, is pot up some raspberry canes that came from King Seeds. Called Raspberry Amara. I think they're an autumn fruiting one. So what I'm going to do is put them up into these big pots. I think 20 litre pots. Get them sprouting away, then I'll put them in the ground. At the bottom end where I'm going to put the espalier fruit trees. After Christmas, maybe, when these are start to sprout. So let's get to the work, get them potted up. Just multi-purpose compost, that's all I'm using. Make a bit of a well the bottom of there. Now these starting to sprout away now. I'm just going to trim that root off the bottom of there. Drop that in the pot. Get all the roots in, spread them out a bit. Nicely in the middle. And put some more multi-purpose compost. Give them a good start for the growing season. Right, that's another one done, that's 2. So I'll get on with this and I'll bring you back. Right guys, I think that is me done for today. Done quite a bit of planting, bit of manure work. I'm going to get these raspberries watered, go and stand them outside somewhere and get myself home. Thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Really appreciate the channel getting built up. And I'll do another video maybe next week on the algae saga, see if it's cleared up anymore. Bye for now.